Recording in progress.
Hey guys, let's talk about why LinkedIn is the best bookkeeper marketing platform to get bookkeeping clients. Okay, so a compelling argument to learn this misunderstood platform. So my name is Bryce Tubbs, and for me, I got started with my bookkeeping and accounting business back in 2015, and I did not understand the power of LinkedIn, okay? I was trying to do a bunch of random stuff. I was cold calling. I was like going on like Craigslist. I was doing like Yelp. I was trying to blog. I was trying everything, but I didn't even think to use LinkedIn because of, I just didn't know. So the number one question I get is, where should I spend my time, especially when it comes to marketing? Because maybe you don't have a lot of time. Like most people, like when we're starting out our business, we are working a full-time job while we're trying to get the business off the ground. So we might not have 1 million hours a week we can just spend, especially when we have children, when we have like different things that are kind of going for us, right? So these videos are like the culmination of what I learned from growing my 6-figure accounting and bookkeeping firm. Also, if you want some help growing your business, maybe you're either thinking about starting one, you're just getting started, or maybe you've been trying for a while, it's just not quite going the way that you want. If you want some help going and growing your business to reach your goals, go ahead and click the link inside the description, either above or below the video, to book a call with myself to see if I can help you inside of our mentorship program. So let me kind of slide this over. I'm just kind of adjusting my cameras and stuff. So, okay, how do we hide this so you're not in the way? So let's talk about number one, why LinkedIn is really good. Speed to market. So it's very, very simple because you have direct access to business owners. One thing that most people struggle with is like, fine, okay, so I need to get a list of people. So back when I first started, I had to go to the library, like the local community college library, and download a list of like new business owners, so people had just started their business. And even then I had to go figure out like their contact information. With LinkedIn, it's like you can automatically have a list. There's 500 million people on LinkedIn. And out of that list, it gives you their contact information with a handy dandy built-in messenger inbox, so you can directly send a message to them very, very, very quickly. Now, if you started a business and you never like had business before social media, it might seem very overwhelming and maybe like, why is that such a big deal? But when you really think about businesses, right? Businesses, what they used to have to do, they have to like find the business, they have to confirm the business actually was a business, they had to stack like 1,000 or 10,000 businesses. Then they either had to just send like direct mail or phone calls, but you don't even know if like the phone number is the right number. And if you do have the right number, you have to call them. They might have a front desk. They need to like go through the company directory to go find like the top person. And let's say in like any given like week, you'd only maybe speak to like 10 business owners. Versus this, we can speak to 50 business owners a day. We don't have to do it ourselves. We can have an automated system do that. Okay. Also, it's immediate engagement because it's faster because we can reach out directly and they can respond within like 30 minutes of receiving our connection request, our friend request, or our message. They can respond. Next thing is access to bigger pockets. Okay, so LinkedIn provides detailed information on industry, insight, employees, revenue. Do they actually have an accountant or bookkeeper on staff? Do they have a accounting department? Also, do they have any longevity? You can see how long they've been in business. You can see like who's the owner, what is the owner kind of like, and you can like there's like just so much data on these different people. You can even see in some cases if they've invested in some kind of company project in the last XYZ day. Okay, you can also even see if they've opened an email. So let's say that like you don't know if they're going to respond to LinkedIn messages, emails, phone calls. You can actually see if they responded to one of those methodologies inside of like LinkedIn. Now, another thing is, since you have all that data, you can start building a qualified lead list, right? So I'm always thinking about targeting businesses that can afford my services. Now, it doesn't mean it has to be like a huge corporation or like this like just giant company, right? Because we don't just want to have a client that's basically a job, if that makes sense, right? Like sometimes you can if that's what you want, but most people that like when we're starting, we're trying to replace our job with a business that allows us not only financial freedom, but also time freedom as well. So I'm going after clients that are just under that threshold of, they can afford to pay me, but it's not just like a super, super, super high, like stress, high kind of like job kind of situation. Next thing, on LinkedIn, people are expecting to be sold to, okay? The reason why it's so important is because in this professional environment, users are open to business interactions. If you go on most social media platforms like a Facebook or an Instagram, most people are like, oh, please don't sell to me. Oh, I don't want to be sold to. It's like, okay. It's very, very hard to grow a business if you're not going to be doing any kind of like sales. right? Because that's the lifeblood of a business, right? To talk to the person, get them to want to work with you, convey a price, educate them on why the price is worth it, and then have them pay money. That's sales, okay? Sales does not mean you're just going like just bullying people and making them, forcing them to pay you money. It's not like that, right? So next thing is, another reason why it's cool is because your profile can actually become a business resume for you. So the reason why that's interesting, right? Because like most people have when they start a business, they try and like go build a website because they want to gain credibility and be able to show off their experiences, okay? But when you have a LinkedIn profile, it's a built-in, almost like website. Your profile can be a built-in website if you understand how to utilize different sections like the tagline, the about section, the experience section, the content section, etc., etc. You can actually make it to where like the business owner can look at your profile and get a full understanding of your history, your experience, and your story. And now by the time they get to the bottom, they're actually willing to actually pay you money pretty quickly. That's why sometimes like you might hear like my students in my program, we talk about like what's called a flash consultation call. That's when someone sees your LinkedIn profile, they accept your connection request, and they say, hey, I need to work with you. It's crazy when it works, but it's just free money, right? That's what this whole thing is about. It's like free money. Now, even if you don't get someone to like immediately say they want your help, you still have the aspect of building relationships, right? So rapport and trust. So clients, as you talk to them, as they see you more on LinkedIn, you become a trusted advisor, right? There's a time and a place for when you start like making content, but in the beginning, having direct conversations back and forth, getting to understand their problems, their pains, their concerns, their hopes, their dreams, they start saying, okay, this is a person that I can kind of confide in. I can kind of tell them like the good thing and the bad things about my business. And then once you start posting content, rather than thinking that content is going to get you clients, it's more that content will increase the amount of money someone is willing to pay you, and it will decrease the number of follow-ups that you need to do after you've done the consultation call. See, that's a different thing than most people think. Most people think that you make a post, you get a client. No. It's more people who are either on the fence, or people who are already paying you, or people who are thinking about paying you. It helps tip them over the scale and increases the amount of money they're willing to spend with you, because now they see you in a slightly different light. But if you have no leads, if you have no one that's ever even considering working with you, it doesn't really make sense to make content because it's just there, right? And you're not really getting seen by more people. Usually for content, you're only getting seen by about 10 to 15% of your total audience. If you only have 100 friends on LinkedIn, you're only going to get seen by like 10 to 15 people. That's really not enough to build a business, right? You need hundreds of thousands. So for example, my YouTube channel, right? My YouTube channel, this in the month of, let's see, I'm just kind of pulling up my stats. Please forgive me for not having these stats ahead of time. I didn't think I was going to share this. For me, impressions. Let me go to impressions. Okay, impression just means like sometimes someone will type something in and like see your video or piece of content. Doesn't mean that they would actually go and view it or not. In the past 28 days, we have had 68. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. 68,848 people view a thumbnail that's like the picture for one of my videos. That's not saying that someone actually like watched or not, but 68,000 people. That's a lot. That means every month. So imagine like your local college football. Well, like not your local, but like let's say for your state. I live close to University of Michigan, right? I think our stadium, it used to seat 100,000. I think it seats like 200,000. Let's say the stadium fits like 100,000. I have 68% of that stadium filled up with people who have seen my posts every single day, right? And if you think that you just need 10 or 15 people to see your stuff in order to like make a significant amount of money, then it's like the amount of energy you need when you're trying to make content work is ridiculously, terribly a lot. Okay. Now we're using leverage, so yes, to get the 68,000 people, I only make like 3 videos, maybe 2 to 3 videos like a week I put out, right? But again, I have 800, 900 videos on this channel, so every single video is kind of working in unison to get more people to know I exist, right? And that's how content is. It's more of like a long-term asset, but just really making sure that you understand how to do this. Also, LinkedIn's also good because, again, building those relationships, especially if it takes a little bit of time, like maybe it takes like 30 days, 60 days for you to build a relationship, it increases the amount of money someone is willing to pay you. If they just see you on like, let's say they saw you on Upwork, right? They just see you, they don't really have anything to distinguish you, you're just a commodity, they shrink that price. That's why people complain about Upwork. They're like, oh, I can't really charge the price points I need to on Upwork. It's not because Upwork sucks or anything, it's just the amount of time someone spends with you before they hear your price Well, and then the number of people that are also very similar to you, because you're all getting this a small amount of time together, it decreases and shrinks this price. But if you're the only person they're talking to, if they feel you're an expert, if they talk to you multiple times over the course of a month, they're willing to pay you a lot more, right? That's just how it works. Next thing for LinkedIn, you can also grow your business through referrals on LinkedIn. Same way you can go after business partners, you can go after referral partners, right? We have a lot of different videos on this channel that kind of break down how to go and do like the referral partner aspect when it comes to LinkedIn. So I'm not going to go into super detail when it comes to this one. But if you want like some personal guidance to be able to like fast track your success, right, in growing your bookkeeping business. So I just encourage you to go ahead and book a call. Like, so click the link inside the description. It's the first link. Book the call. Let's see if we can help you out. On that call, basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at your current situation. Like, where are you now? Where do you want to go? And then based on that, I'm going to outline like what our process would be to go and take you towards those goals, and like making sure you understand like this is the place in the bridge from where you are right now to where you want to go. If we both feel it's a good mutual fit, I'm going to give you some information on pricing. We can get started then and there. We can go shoot off to the races. If that's you, I'd love to see you on the call. If you're not quite ready, that's a-okay too. I'll see you inside of the next video. Take it easy. Talk to you soon. Have a good rest of your day.